what she say? What you say? Oh, that you only meant well.
Broadcasting live from the Complete College Prospect Studio in Sin City. Heard around the world, discussing everything that is high school sports, is the Who's Up Next podcast.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. You know, it's your boy, the big fella. I want to thank everybody from last week that sent out well wishes. My sister is definitely doing better. You know, cancer sucks. It is what it is. But you know, we love her, and she's cancer free now. So that's solid. Her surgeries went well. My brother is solid. So yeah, we're good. Getting past all that, you know, we got some great interviews on today with two great athletes. Both basketball players, both outstanding. You guys already know I try to rock out everything, all sports. It doesn't even matter. If you showcase nice talent, I'm gonna get you on the show. I tell everybody the same thing. Complete College Prospects is your fastest way to get over here. Kevin Moses is a fast way to get over here. We just added a new brand to the Complete College Prospect roster of brands. Mark Gibson out in Arkansas started off just doing Arkansas. Now he's banging it out around the country when it comes to sports. I know we got the logo. It was sent over to me. So Mark Gibson, football, basketball, doesn't matter. The Complete College Prospect family is just continuing to grow in a way that makes sure that we maximize all exposure, all recruitment information, and everything else that athletes need to do what they do. So I'm loving it. Welcome to the family, Mark Gibson. I'll make sure that we get on top of. I know we got the graphic up for you over there. We're gonna make sure we get it up in a better way on the show. Get you added to the CCP family commercial ad. So we'll get that over to 180 Elite so they can do that. But yeah, welcome Mark Gibson to the Complete College Prospect family. Let me see. Kevin Moses in the house praying for y'all. Hey, bro, appreciate you, man. Y'all don't know, but Kevin Moses, like he is definitely one of the people that since Complete College Prospect has all these people that do different things, right? And Kevin Moses is being like a blessing. You know what I'm saying? The amount of athletes that he sends to get exposure, you know, and they come through. I mean, there's some that are flaky, but that's all right because his list of athletes is so big that there's always somebody to take that athlete's place when they're not ready to get in and be seen. And he always makes sure that he's giving out athletes that are ready to be exposed, right? So shout out to him. Mondo, what's up, brother? Appreciate you. So you know how it is. We're gonna start the show the way we always start the show. You know what I'm saying? Normally I started with the truth. I'll get back to that soon. But right now I wanted to start this thing with something else that I thought was super important, and it says so much. Check it out.
What I learned about life. There's only two reasons why something doesn't work. You're not supposed to be doing it, or you're not faithful enough to. Those are only two reasons things don't work, no matter what.
I believe that wholeheartedly, right? When that came across my feed, I had to add it to the show because I think it speaks a lot of truth to where people should be, where these young athletes should be, where parents should be. I'm not just going to put it on them, where coaches should be, fans should be, everything else. Like, look, success isn't promised. You can't even get it through your parents' success or a friend's success. Success doesn't rub off, right? Success is something that you got to go get. And so I like what May said there when he said, you know, the only two reasons that things don't work out is because you are either you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, or you're not committed. You know what I'm saying? You're not committed enough. And that's the truth. You know, look, I like LeBron a lot, but we see it with his son. Nepotism doesn't always work either. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, Jordan's kids, it didn't work out. There's plenty of athletes that are great that their kids didn't get any of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's because it just wasn't the lane they were supposed to be in. We're going to get into the news first, and then we're going to rock into our first interview with Caden Harris. The news is wild, so I want to, you know, definitely got to prep you guys for that. What I'm going to have to say for high school athletes, it's not going to be good, so you know what? Screw it. The truth.
You snotty little bastard. I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a...
Look, it's the big fella, the Who's Up Next show. The truth is all you're going to get always, whether you need it, whether you want to hear it or not, you're going to get what you need, right? So here we go with the news. And let's just dive into the good stuff and then the sad stuff, man. Let's get that thing rolling. Everything coming across my phone. All right, so we're gonna jump straight into it. Let's go with coaches' pay. So you have a lot of these coaches out here telling you guys not to go into the transfer portal, not to chase the money, not to this, not to that. You know, I've always said this is a business. It's a business all the way down to youth sports, right? So if you want to be loyal to a program or a coach or whatever, you're a fool. And anybody that's telling you that that's the way to go, you're a fool. You're loyal to you, your family, what's the best direction for you. You can look for your teammates and all that after you take care of yourself. No different than on a plane when they tell you, you know, put your mask on before you try to help somebody else put their mask on. You have to look out for yourself. UNLV's coach, everybody remembers it during the football season, was like, the quarterback betrayed the team because it's all about money. The running back betrayed the team. You're all about your money. You're selfish, blah, 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 blah. Right in the middle of the early signing season, right in the middle of the transfer portal, this guy leaves, doesn't tell anybody, takes a job at he didn't go to Vanderbilt. I'm thinking of the quarterback for that. It'll come to me. But he took another job. His son had a scholarship offer to UNLV. His son didn't speak anything, no early signing period, anything, till they showed up at the new school, Purdue. You know what I'm saying? So that's where they went, and it was all about the money. And it's happened a lot, right? It's happening everywhere. Then you get things like this where everyone's talking about the NIL money and what someone deserves, what they don't deserve. You know what I'm saying? What's up, E-Money Jules? Everybody's trying to say, you know, what an athlete should do and when they should do it and what athletes deserve to get paid. And then you get Bill Belichick coming to North Carolina as a coach in 3 years. He's getting $10 million a year. $10 million. I'm going to let that sit there, right? I love it. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it at all. You know, I love that coaches are getting theirs. I love that the schools are getting theirs. But if you could pay the coach $30 million, then there should be no complaint about what kids do. You know, it should be no complaint about how this whole NIL money works out, how the schools opting into the percentage pay out the 20, I think it's 20%, 25% of the revenue sharing. I'm good on all of it. And I think that the people that are at home saying, well, you're getting an education, they should shut up. Like they should shut up, and they should shut up immediately. But what I'm telling you is that stop letting people make you feel bad as an athlete about chasing your future when they're going to chase theirs. Look, I appreciate high school coaches. I'm not going to say anything about them. But in a lot of places, especially like Nevada, the coach, you have to be a teacher. You have to work for the school districts here in order to be a coach. So their first priority ends when the last bell at school rings. Their first priority isn't the sport you play in. So most of those coaches go to practice and act like it's a burden. it's a burden that they're doing extra. This is how crazy it is out here in Nevada. They move football everywhere else in the country. Everybody's playing 7 o'clock at night for varsity. They move games at 6 o'clock. You want to know what the reason was? It was voted on, and the staff was like, "Hey, we want to get home early. We don't want to be here late." So now you got varsity games early, just because they didn't want to be inconvenienced, and it's like that across the board. So remember that when you're picking a place to play, do what's best for you. Remember that when it's college, do what's best for you. High school athletes, here comes the bad news. There's no other way to do it. Vanderbilt quarterback played JUCO, wanted to get his extra time in, won the lawsuit against the NCAA. A lot of people didn't. Everybody's saying it's just for him. Let me explain how the law works. Once one person beats a thing in court, it is called precedent. Once that precedent is set, I've already seen it. It's already come through. My emails are flooded and everything else with athletes that are in college, in JUCO, NCAA, that are all saying that they're putting a class action together because they all want to get the extra time. And it's going to happen because the courts have ruled that if you play anything other than, it's not going to just be JUCO, NAIA or JUCO, you're essentially, that cannot count against your eligibility at the NCAA level. Now, what was argued was that, let me see what's being said here. Then the school shouldn't make any money off the players. Well, that's not going to happen. They're going to make look, college sport, I'll do you better, right? Sports in the United States from just the high school level is a $6 billion a year business. At the collegiate level, get out of here. It's not NFL money, you know what I'm saying? It's not NBA money, but it's high billions, right? So everyone's getting paid, and that's like, again, that's why I'm telling you, like, do what you have to do, right? With this change in the rules and JUCO and NAIA basically no longer counting against eligibility, let me say this: Division II and III NCAA is going to become the new JUCO. I said it months ago. College is now pro, semi-pro at least. You're just not at the elite level, right? It's no different than the G League when it comes to, or AAA with baseball, things like that. The NFL treats the CFL kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? So, they're going to treat NAIA and JUCO like prep academies. If you don't know what a prep academy is, you could graduate out of high school and go play at a prep academy that doesn't count. Like, you graduated, you're only there for sports. It doesn't count against college because you haven't enrolled yet. And you could go get that extra, get your weight up, get your game up, and then go to college from there, right? So that's what JUCO and NAIA is about to become, is essentially prep academy. I don't agree with everything that Coach JB says over on his show. I rock with him. The credentials are there. Like, that's not even in question. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with him on this. I don't agree that it's going to be bad for professional sports, because I think there'll be a lot less injuries once you get to the pros, because bodies will be ready to do the job. But what I will say is high school recruitment to the NCAA level is about to drop all the way through the floor. If I could get a guy, so my father-in-law and me were talking, and he said that Indiana just played in a bowl game, and I think it was 33, maybe even 38, but I know it's no less than 33 of their players, starters, all transfer portal. All of them came in from the transfer portal. That's essentially starting offense, starting defense, and special teams. All came in from the transfer portal that were playing. High school athletes, start wrapping your mind, 2026, start wrapping your mind around that, okay? Like, really. Some of you 2025s that haven't signed, that you didn't do early signing, you're waiting for February 5th to do the national signing day. Y'all might want to start locking some stuff in, because that's going to allow coaches, that this just happened. So that's going to allow coaches to go back and rethink some of these guys. The transfer portal for essentially most sports ends on the 28th. So understand that a lot of coaches are about to pick up some players that they're like, yo, they still have 4 years of eligibility, and they're going to take that over someone else, out of high school. So start locking down those. Call your schools that are reaching out to you. Start locking down who's got you locked down, and where your spot is secure. You don't want to get to National Signing Day and it all go bad, right? I don't know what else to tell you about that situation. It's going to get ugly. But high school kids, you guys got to start wrapping your head around the lower levels. You just do. You know what I'm saying? If you stop trying to shoot D1, it's because D1 is not going to be, they're not going to be up there trying to teach you anything now. They don't have to. If they feel like you need work development, that's you're just not going to go up there. They're going to tell you need to go down so you can develop, so that when you get here, we can go win. That's what they're going to tell you. So if it doesn't matter who you are, if you're undersized, if you just don't, you're a great talent in your state, but you just aren't quite there yet, stop shooting up top. It's all about to change. And it's not going to clear up anytime soon. This will definitely affect 26s, 27s, 28s. You might get that thing into an appeals court by sometime late 26, 27, early 27. And then things could get, because they could take it all the way to the Supreme Court before they have to overrule it in any direction, right? So realistically, you could be looking at, 26s, 27, 28s. It's going to affect you. So coaches, they're probably not going to mess around down there. That's just a heads up. Get on board with it. I got to hurry up because I got to get to the one interview, because one kid has to get to practice, and we don't make kids miss practice. But we got to get into this other piece of information. Oh, I did want to say this, right? So look, I'm proud of the kids over at Marshall. You know what I'm saying? So their coach took them to one of their best records, you know what I'm saying, and took them to a bowl, to a conference championship and everything. And then the school didn't renew his contract. So they let the coach go. So the team was like, cool, we all leaving. We're good. We're going into the portal. Most of the team is already entered. A lot of the rest of them are transferring or asking to go to other schools. That's support for the coach, and I like that, because there shouldn't have been a reason for them not to make the deal when Bill Belichick's making $30 million somewhere else. Like, the coach couldn't have been asking for that much, especially if he's winning. And that's just the truth of the matter. Like, when coaches are winning, that's hard enough. So I don't understand not paying them. So shout out to the Marshall players for supporting their coach. I rock with it. I'm cool with that all day. I'm going to start. Look, I know Complete College Prospect is always trying to be, take the high road. I'm not going to. When I see something like this come out, I want to make sure that I'm putting it out there. Like I said, it's going to be about the truth all the time. And the hustle is serious out here. Everybody knows all of you guys are trying to get to college. And there's a lot of people that do some stuff for free. Then there's other ones that have you pay, which is, I don't have a problem either way. But then there's the ones that just have you pay and do stuff, and they're not doing anything for you. So this isn't me saying it. This is everybody else out there, athletes and coaches and everybody else, right? So the biggest scams in college recruiting, it says, like I said, below they'll be discussing the two biggest scams. Remember, I didn't say this. The big fella didn't say this. I knew what I knew, but I didn't say this. Complete College Prospect isn't saying this. I'm speaking for my show, the only thing that I have control over, right? It had to be said, right? It just had to be said. So I'm going to put it out there, and let's just go, man. Whatever. Rip the Band-Aid off. Bam. The number one on the list was NCSA. Most of you guys, well, no, you athletes definitely know. You see their names everywhere. Like, you see their names everywhere when it comes to recruiting and everything else. They are considered the number one scam as a recruiting service in the country, in the world. I mean, again, I didn't write the article. I didn't put it up. It wasn't me. That's what they put up. NCSA, they were like, they're probably the most popular recruiting service, but have zero credibility in the college world. Again, something I already knew. But whatever. if you are thinking about NCSA, I will find any college coach, JUCO coach, or high school coach that is not affiliated with IMG and ask their opinion. Most people do not know that NCSA is an IMG corporation company. Realistically, everything about them is connected to IMG, the machine, right? So if you're not, I'm not gonna bash them. I'm not gonna get into it. You could go look it up. They're extremely expensive, and the world is spoken. They are the number one scam when it comes to college recruiting and all of that. Like I said, it's right there. You could Google it, whatever. I went and did the research after it came across my feed, and that's what's out there. Here comes the second one, and this one is tricky. Exposure camps. Here's what I'm going to say. They're not wrong. And look, again, people that know me behind the scenes know that I've spoken on all of these camps, at least these top two. I don't want to, I'm not here to knock anybody or do whatever, but it's what it is. So it said the UR athlete camps. I know some kids that are crazy. Matter of fact, I know a dad who's on here right now, whose wife asked me about this exact camp and whether it was something quality to go to. Here's your answer. I'm not going to call out your name. You know who you are. There goes your answer. They were number 2 at the top of it. UR athlete camps. Rivals combines, they're all scams. The Rivals showcase is not, again, that's because they actually play the game and it's actually recorded and put out there. It's the combines and all that stuff that are nonsense. Let's see. They have about as much credibility as NCSA. Every single college has a recruiting department. They invest millions of dollars of it into flying coaches all over the 50 states. That's yes and no. If you go to a camp, you want to make sure whether it's soccer, baseball, football, basketball, it doesn't really matter, right? When you go to a camp, here's what you want to get out of the camp. Camps work 2 ways. You want to be able to get your own film from the camp. So if they don't allow you to have an opportunity to film your own performance, like kind of get some close-up information on it, then it doesn't work, right? You should be able to get your numbers right away. If it's football, you run a 40, you should be able to get that right away. If it's basketball, you know what I'm saying? You working on, they got you hitting everything from the perimeter to mid-range shots and, you know what I'm saying, seeing how fast you get up and down the court. We should be able to get your numbers right away and get good film. That's valuable to you. It's a place to get that, right? But outside of that, definitely going to the college camps. Depending on, there are some recruiting companies that have really, really good camps, and they allow for the exposure. And you know that they're going to put the exposure out there. That works as well. But yeah, again, it's not me that said it. It's right there. That's it. And that's the thing, right? So that's all the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the good and the bad of the news. I'm gonna get that out of there. Let's jump into this first. Well, I'm supposed to hit this first. So like and share. You like the channel, you do what you do. Most of you guys do, and you're here every week. But like and share, you know what I'm saying, and subscribe, because the Who's Up Next show is what it is, man. We're gonna hit the CCP commercial. We're coming back with Caden Harris.
I can't breathe, I can't breathe. 999. Waiting for the exhale. I toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. I can't breathe, I'm waiting for the exhale. Toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. Still no luck, but oh well. I still try even though I know I'm gon' fail. Stress on my shoulders like an anvil. Freaky got me itching like an anthill. Drugs killing me softly, Lord hell. Sometimes I don't know how to feel.
All right, here we go. Let's hit the Let's Talk segment of the show. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk with the big fella. It's going to be Caden Harris. Let's get a glimpse of who this young man is. Hey, I've been getting his stats. My guy is Hey, he's tough. I like that kid, man. So let's hit this, and then we're gonna get at it.
This is Caden Harris. I just transferred from Chesapeake to Orange County, Kentucky. I'm the point guard, and I'd love for you to check out my highlight video.
Something's got a hold on me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore. Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Whoa, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Yeah, it's taking a toll on me, trying my.
Welcome, Caden Harris, to the show. How's it going, brother?
It's going good. It's going good.
Hey, that's what's up, man. You know, you can attest to this. I do not give out. Hopefully that's not messing everybody's stuff up. I don't give out any of the questions I'm going to ask because I'm trying to make sure that you guys are learning how to do an interview on the spot and answer questions, you know, to polish up presenting yourself. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, and where you're ranked in your state.
I'm Caden Harris, class of 2026. I used to go to Chesapeake High School and just transferred to Lawrence County, Kentucky, and I'm not ranked at all right now.
And you know that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm serious. Look, let me say this. Kevin Moses said, "What's up, little giant?" So this is how. Let me ask you this: if I brought up your name in your town, if I said, like, you know, who's one of the best basketball players in your town, do you think your name would come up?
I don't know, but I think it should come up.
Okay, no, I'm good with that, right? So here's why I say that. I always tell athletes that the most important thing that they can do is lock down their city, then lock down their state, then you lock down your side of the country, and then you can move on to the rest of the country. You know, when I come to your town, if I'm asking around who's the best guard, who's the best forward, who's the best shooter, who's the best center, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, I should be able to hear someone talk about you in the first 10 names that comes up. And if you do that, then it means that you really are effectively marketing yourself in your performance, in your personality, and everything else like that. Everything I've seen, you know, when it comes to your stats, when it comes to Kevin Moses speaks highly of you. It all seems to be there. That's why when I saw your film and everything, and the way you did your intros, I definitely want to get you on the show. So being ranked is, in a lot of ways, is favoritism. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because the powers that be currently, you got to go to the right camp. You got to know the right people in order for that to happen. That doesn't mean you're not a stud, hands down, because I think you are. You know what I'm saying? So tell us about your games recently.
Well, recently I've had to score a lot. Our second leading scorer got suspended for 2 games, so I knew I'd have to step up. So I've been trying to score more, play make more, get the ball in my hands every single time, and just make plays.
What kind of, so on your team, what would you say that is your strengths and your weaknesses as a program?
I'd say probably making adjustments on our presses and rotations. They're all right. I mean, we're kind of iffy, and just wanting to throw the extra pass kind of because we have a lot of scorers on our team. So everyone's trying to get theirs, I'd say.
Okay. Matthew Scheidler said, "Little giant with no fear." You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can see the comments, so I'm making sure I say, well, you know, when they put them up, I'm going to put them up, bro. I kind of like the aggressive nature of that. I like when a team has, when everyone wants to. I'm big on anime, like everybody, you know, it is what it is. There's this show that I watch, and they're trying to build great athletes, and what they're saying in the scope of that is, everybody has to be aggressive to be a winner, and then that's what makes a team really, really good. So I think if you've got a lot of people on your team that are scorers and looking to score, it makes you guys extremely dangerous. How do you guys look on defense?
We cause a lot of turnovers. We're always pressing, run and jump. We barely ever just play normal man. It's either
Okay.
everything.
So y'all full court all the time.
Yeah, the whole game.
Do you find that the teams you play that definitely tends to mess them up, because that when you guys are playing like that, that means you're in good conditioning, and it means that you're controlling the game all the time.
Yeah, it makes the teams we play against really frustrated because they're leading scorers, and obviously they want to score all the points they can, but when we press, you got to swing the ball more, find people that don't want to shoot threes. They're shooting threes in the corner, just messes them up in their whole game plan, their plays and everything.
Okay. How's your college recruiting going?
It's going pretty good.
You got it? No, I'm not going to ask you any places you want to go. I think that's the worst question a kid can answer. But the goal is college.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me your top 3 players. Let's do this in 2 ways, right? Because I don't want people to bash you on your answer. Give me your top 3 players now and your top 3 in history.
So top 3 players in the NBA right now?
Right now.
Like the best players in the NBA right now?
Yeah, according to you.
Okay, Jokic, Nikola Jokic, obviously.
Yep.
Giannis.
Okay.
Probably Luka, but I don't like how he don't play defense.
Yo, I could not agree with you more right there. I think that he's doing a disservice, and the belief is starting to be that Europeans don't play defense, and I don't think that's true because Jokic is always on D. So I think Luka is definitely selling himself short. That's the only one I can't agree with you on, just because of that. Just because of that, because he's a scoring machine, but he plays no defense, bro. Now give me your 3 in history.
LeBron, Jordan, and the third one, it can go to like anybody, but I'd probably say Kareem.
Okay, bro. So just big men all day for you.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. And it's solid. Look, it's all based on opinion. It tells us a lot about you, though, and what you and how the way you see your best players, current and over the history of the game, tells us a lot about how you see the game. So I'm not mad at those answers. It fits. It definitely fits. What was your best game? Like, give us your stats on your best game so far this year.
This year, well, my last game was probably my most complete game. I had 25, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists, I think. And
okay,
that was probably. But the game before, I had 35, 5, and 7.
Okay. Hey man, them numbers are nice, bro.
All right.
They really are. Look, on a national average, there's a lot of people that. Well, let me hold on one second. How many of those were threes?
Probably like combined in both games. How many threes in both of them?
In the one that you said was your most complete.
3. I hit 3 in the first quarter.
Okay, see, so that's love, right? So that means that you had a well-rounded game. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when I love LaMelo. I think that he's come a long way. I think his upside is enormous, and he's just a Hall of Famer, hands down, if he can stay healthy. But I never give credit to the high school game where I think he scored, what was it, like 81 or something like that? But it was all threes. That's not a well-rounded scenario. So I love what I'm hearing from you, because it means that your game is mid. What's your best shot, mid or long range, or just straight to the hole?
Probably to the basket.
Okay, I'm with that. Kevin Moses said he's a tenacious defender in his own right, a menace. You know what I'm saying? And then Jenny M said Caden is an exceptional young man and athlete. He works so hard. So look, other people are singing your praises, bro. So that's fantastic too. I I would say that if you know that going to the hole is your strong suit, then that too, again, it explains so much, man. It really does. It tells me again about your game and what you think. And here's why I say that, right? So you think going to the hole is your best shot because of what? Because it's more guaranteed shot.
Yeah, and I'm pretty good at finishing around bigger defenders and everything like that. It's just
because for the most part, you finish. If you don't finish, you pretty much are sure you're getting a foul or the and one, right?
yeah, I shoot like 8 free throws a game right now.
See what I'm saying? So like that right there is tough, bro. That means that you have a great basketball IQ. You know, I'm not saying like, come on, man. Steph doesn't have to go to the hole. Like that guy is a sniper. Period. It's his best shot is exactly where he takes them, and so he has that understanding, and that's why it's hard to beat him. So for you to have an understanding that your best shot to help your team is to the basket, I like that. But that you're not afraid to, spread that out and go mid-range or, hit it from deep. I like that too. And it shows in your film. I think any college is going to, like, respectfully, no one's going to be disappointed for picking you up. I think you're going to be ready to go. How much you weighing right now?
165.
Okay. I mean, you probably have to put on a little bit of weight, but just for the ruggedness of the game at the collegiate level, and just the wear and tear on the body. But outside of that, like I don't see a reason. And I've gone through your film. You know what I'm saying? When I'm interview you, like I don't just go through your highlights. I go through more of your film that I could get my hands on, and I start looking at what other people say about you. I think that you're gonna do fine, man. I really do. Because your confidence seems to be there. So I'm good with that. GPA.
4.0.
Nice. The whole time in high school?
No, just this year.
That's okay. What was it last? So what's your cumulative?
Probably like 3.5, 3.6.
Okay. No, that's rocking. You know what I'm saying? That's highly recruitable, bro. Highly recruitable. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's see what we got here. Matthew Scheidler said Cade has a ton of moves, getting by defenders, fakes, tough inside shots. Again, in your film, I'm telling you, look, the best thing you have for you is that everyone else is talking about you. A lot of athletes don't understand that. They just talk about how great they are. That's not there. Everybody thinks they're great. But when everybody else talks about how good you are, that's when you know you're accomplishing something. So I like that people are participating. Kevin said, ask him why I call him the little giant.
Because I get a lot of rebounds and I play like I'm tall, but I'm really not.
But again, that's all right, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you play any 7-footers?
Close. Very
Close, right? And you still do your thing on the board, right?
Yeah.
That makes you highly recruitable. Like it's an asset. You know what I'm saying? Rebounding is an art form, man. Rebounding is something that's why you still to this day, the greatest rebounder is considered Dennis Rodman. And that's before people even talked about, really discussed rebounding. And it's because he perfected it as an art form. It was something he did. It was something that was, to him, was something to be prideful about. So your ability to get in there and bang for boards, whether it's 7-footers, whether it's 6-footers, like that makes you valuable. And then you have a great shot too. So like, again, I think that's amazing. Give me what's on the playlist right before you step on court or in warm-ups if you ever get a chance to keep your headphones on.
It's just calm music. I don't even listen to songs really. It's just sound. Just calm.
Okay, what kind of sounds?
I don't know how to explain it. Just nice, calm, get your mind right.
Okay. Hey, I only ask because look, there's other young athletes out here, and some people might listen to country, jazz, whatever. And so it's like giving them different information exposes them to new forms of music and everything else, and they might take a look at it and go like something as well. Let's see. What's us athletes, we're creatures of habit. What is the one item that you have to have on your body that you're playing with when you go to a game that, like, if you, for some reason, you forget it, you're just like, it messes up your whole mode?
Well, this year I've been wearing wrist tape. I don't know why, but I just like how it looks. Nice. I just want to wear it every single game.
Hey, I'm not Jenny M said Kay doesn't know how great he is. He is very humble. And that I love that too. It's funny, right? Because like my kid, he's always like, Dad, I gotta get spat tape. And I'm like, bro, you don't need it. And he's like, if I don't have it, he doesn't even know why he has to have it. But if he doesn't have it, he just is like, I'm gonna have a bad game. So if wrist tape is what it is, bro, keep that wrist tape on. It's working. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely working. What's the meal? What's the meal game time? Like, this is my go-to, and I'm ready.
Whatever my mom or dad makes. I mean,
what's the favorite thing? What's the favorite meal that they make? Like if I said the big fella's coming through, we're gonna do your interview at your house. I'm meeting the whole family. You're like, yo, my mom and dad are cooking, and hey, I need y'all to make this because I want him to know what I like.
Alfredo.
Alfredo?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 50-50 on Alfredo. I don't think I've ever had good Alfredo. Like I've never had somebody make it that was really good at doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting. That's interesting for sure. So you got practice today, right?
Yeah.
When's your next game?
Tomorrow.
Okay. You're on Christmas break now, right?
Yeah.
So is it a Christmas tournament or just games?
That Portsmouth rescheduled because they were sick and hurt last time, so they moved it to Monday.
Okay. After that, no other tournaments during this break?
We go to South Carolina the 27th.
Okay.
I forgot what the tournament is called, but we play up there.
Nice. How do you think the team is looking when it comes to making a run for state?
I honestly think we have a really good chance. We had one bad loss, but I mean, we didn't play very well.
Right.
Everyone else in our district that we played in region, so.
So you think the conference title is a lock?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Hey, man, I always tell, let me see who's on here. Kevin Moses said, yeah, boy, to the answer. E-Money Jules says solid. If y'all make that run, bro, I would like come back on the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come back on the show. Keep me. Look, I mean, is whether you keep me updated or not, I'm always looking, so I'm gonna keep watching. But yeah, man, y'all make a deep run. Let me know, man. When you no, I'm gonna ask you. In your head, do you have a place? Think about this reasonably. Don't. Do you have a place in your head where you're like, that's where I want to play? Don't say it though.
Like a certain place I'd like to play at?
Yeah, is there just a college that's like, yo, if I get the opportunity, it's a no-brainer. Like that's as soon as they offer it, I'm in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, keep that. Look, I ask questions like that because here's what happens. You know how many times I'll see a kid that's like, man, coach, no one's like, I'm not getting the offers that I want. And I'm like, you got 13 offers. You know what I'm saying? Like you have 13 offers, bro. I know you're looking for something, but you have 13 offers. So then it's like they're missing the point. And it's because they instead of just being honest, and it's like, are you good? Okay, let me ask you that. Are you good enough for that offer that you would love to have?
It's a pretty big school, but I mean, I'd say so. Okay.
I mean, not if you answer it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get you're humble and everything, but if there's something you want, I can't stress this enough. If there's a school you really want, play every game for that school. In your mind, play every game that you play this season for that school. That's what the whole thing is about. Whoever's in your position at that school, what are their stats? That's what you're trying to do because you know they already like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So play every game for that. Shoot for it and then see what happens. But but don't don't look over the other ones that come. Sometimes the one that comes for you first, you always got to remember, just for the simple fact that they were the first ones to see your potential. You know what I'm saying? Nothing drives me crazier than when a guy gets a bunch of offers and then the ones that he decides to put, the hats on the table is the last 4 offers. And it's like, what about the first one? Because the last 4 only liked you now. The first one liked you right when they saw you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just remember that. Always show appreciation to all the schools. I think kids mess that up in recruiting. And I already know we're gonna see you playing in college. That's not even a question. But I want you to go get that state title, bro. Yeah. Like I'm looking for that. Like I'm looking for that. Like go get that. Go get that thing. Next time I ask, if I send you something on X or whatever, be like, yeah, I'm on my way. Like we're going to get that thing. And then go tell your teammates, like you already said, y'all gonna go get it. So I'm looking for you to get it. I'm gonna bring it up all the time. I'm gonna hit Kevin up about that all the time. So I'm gonna be on your back about getting a state title, bro.
All right.
All right, man. Go enjoy practice. I appreciate having you on the show, man, and we'll get you back on.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Anybody else you want to shout out?
My papa.
There you go. All right, Papa. You got a good one over there. I'll see you later, Caden.
See ya.
All right. Hey, welcome back to the show. That was Caden Harris. Kevin Moses. Let's go. Our next, he's gonna be up in a little bit because we got some videos and other things to get up. We're gonna have Bryson on. I definitely got some questions for Bryson. You guys will see why when I first show his video before we get into it. But right now we're gonna show a highlight from this kid Dooley. He's a center. I cannot remember the school, but I know that CCP has a few athletes out of his school. He was putting up film and talking about trying to get looks from colleges and things like that. And it was one of those things where when it was sent over, I was like, it's rough to try to do a center because they're in the mix of everything. But I always want to showcase all athletes. And so this kid is, hold on, good luck, Kay, the rest of the season. There it is. I want to make sure I don't want to turn anybody down. If the skills are there, if the hunger is there, I want to do it. And this kid has gotten everything in that was asked for. He has, he got his film in. He went and had to hunt it down because obviously no one films centers. Like the film always goes to everybody else. So he went and he called up friends on the team and everything else to try to piecemeal as much film as he could together. So I definitely wanted to get the kid on the show. And I just think Dooley's a solid guy. Let's get into his video.
Garrett Dooley, I'm a senior at Minden High School. I have a 3.8 GPA, and I'm a center, but I can play all positions. I was selected for second team All-District last season, but this season I was selected for first team All-District.
Hey, that's Dooley, man. Look, I got to rate the film. You already know what it is. Here's what I say about Dooley. Garrett he's strong. You can see that he's moving people around. He's opening up lanes for the running back. Definitely protecting the quarterback. You didn't see anybody coming up the middle and getting anywhere near his QB. I wish I could have got more film. Hands down, based on what I saw, I'm gonna go centers, man. That they're unsung heroes. 3 gorillas, man. I think he's 3 gorillas. I feel good about it. I keep it a buck, man. Look, it is what it is. Dooley, I definitely don't think he should go D1 right away. He's a 2025. I think that, especially based on how things are going now, I definitely believe that he should start, he's got to go get more strength. Got to get a little more strength. At the next level, he's gonna need a stronger first step because guys are gonna be coming up the middle. Backers are coming through the middle, and they're gonna give him nightmares. So I would say NAIA. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Garrett, that is not a knock, my guy. At least there's some people that I see, and I'm like, they're not going to college. They can't play at that level, and that's at all positions, all sports. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm like, it just isn't going to work out. I don't believe that with you. I honestly believe that I believe you're going to be just fine. You know what I'm saying? I just think you need to go get a little bit more work. Oh, he goes to Minden High School. That's what it is. So I think he needs to get just a little bit stronger, and I think everything will turn out just fine. But I think if he goes and starts at – I don't think you should go to a JUCO. But I think if you could get to NAIA, then from there you should be fine bouncing up. You'll get that year of grinding at the collegiate level. You know what I'm saying? You'll definitely get faster. You'll get stronger, and you'll be able to adjust to the speed of the defenses. And I think you'll be just fine, bro. So 3 gorillas on mine for Garrett Dooley. 3 gorillas, 3 gorillas, 3 gorillas. Let's see. Hey, we got the Las Vegas Lights U football program. We're gonna stop calling it that because I found out this weekend. I went over to their practice. 180 Elite Marketing is putting together some ads and some other stuff for them, so I'll get it on the show. The president wants to grow that thing beyond football. He wants to go to basketball, cheerleading. I think they want to go wrestling and some other things. So, as a program and everything that they do over there, how I feel. I 1,000% support the Las Vegas Lights and the president, Jose. I had a chance to really go over with them when it comes to fundraising and just how ways to grow their program as a whole. And the entire organization was extremely receptive to everything that was being said. I saw, there's nothing, my time is valuable, right? So when I show up at a program and I'm talking to people, nothing makes me want to give more time and more effort than when I see the wheels turning and things clicking right there on the spot. I mean, in the middle of the conversation, guys were jumping on their phones and realizing that they had other connections that could bring in money or support or whatever for the organization. And I love that because my time wasn't wasted. I went there I planned on being there for 30 minutes. I think I ended up being there for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So Las Vegas Lights, here's your ad. Let's go. Welcome back. If you like the show, you know what it is. Like, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? This show is for everybody. Exposure is what I do. My whole goal is to be the brand under the CCP umbrella that showcases all the other brands, all the other athletes. Tropia Magazine has an edition coming out on Christmas Eve. I'm going to make sure I put that up on the show next week. That's the whole point of the Who's Up Next show. You know what I'm saying? So like, subscribe, share so that you can get more exposure yourself. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So that your friends, if they happen to get lucky enough to get on the show, that they can. Again, I'm going to say it again, about to show the network commercial for the CCP family of brands. Any of these people would be able to get you over to me. I'm going to take a look at you, and I'm at least going to get you in the highlights. if I get really interested, then I'm gonna get you on the show for an interview. So let's get to the CCP ad. Then we'll be back after that with Bryson.
What we're living in, let me tell ya. Well, it's a world that man can eat at all. When things are big, that should be small. Who can tell what magic spells we'll be doing for us? And I'm giving up my life to this world, only to be told I can't see, I can't breathe, no, my will be. And nothing's gonna change the way we live, 'cause we can always take but never give. And now the things are changing for the worse. See, whoa, it's a crazy world we're living in, and I just can't see that half of us immersed in sin is all we have to give these futures made of virtual insanity. Now always seem to be governed by this love we have for you.
Hey, welcome back to the show. We had a great interview with Caden. We had Garrett Dooley on for the highlight series. This next young man is like I said, once you see his intro and his video, I definitely wanted to talk to him. He said something in his intro that definitely caught me and made me want to. I thought a conversation was necessary just so he could tell the world why he feels that way. Let's talk about it.
Hi, my name is Bryson Childers. I live in Tays Valley, West Virginia. I go to Calvary Baptist Academy in Hurricane, West Virginia. My coaches are Zach Bogan and Chris Johnson. I also play for West Virginia Hustle for my AAU team. One thing I want the world to know is that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and that he is my salvation and he can be your salvation.
God twang. Yeah. God knows you don't have to be like everybody. It's a broad road. Be careful who you're following. I'm so in love with what you've done in my life. There's no way I think I ever could go back again. God knows you don't have to be like everybody. It's a broad road.
Welcome to the stage, Bryson Childress. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Yeah, hey, you were definitely somebody I was interested in talking to because there's nothing, and I mean nothing more important than being true to who you are when you're expressing yourself to the world. And right away, you were one of the rare people that, like, I always have to, when I started requiring athletes to turn in the intro and the promo so that we can put it together for them so people can get to know them, some people are extremely nervous, you know what I'm saying? And then some people aren't quite sure who they are. But with you, it was fluid, and right away, the one thing I understood about you is that your faith was everything to you, because there's a longer version, as you know, because I got that before we chopped everything up, where you speak even more about that in your regular highlight. And so I was like, I think I said it on when I showcased your highlight that I wanted to talk to you, and I just wanted to give you that opportunity to explain that, because hold on, Kevin Moses said, "What's up, Bryson?" I definitely wanted to, because you bothered to bring it up, I wanted to give you a platform where you could talk to everybody else about it. I believe everybody should believe in what they want to believe in, whatever it is that keeps them moving and motivated. So talk to us about your faith and what it does for you and what it does for your sport, to have that behind you.
Yeah, my faith means everything to me. God's been with me through the ups and downs and everything. So I think being able to implement my faith in sports and let everybody know Jesus Christ in me, and letting Jesus Christ shine through sports and see my attitude and stuff like that, how I play and stuff like that. So I think people can look and see that I have Christ in me. So I think that my faith just comes first in my life to everything. It's more than sports and stuff to me. It just means everything to me.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? You know, again, I don't, you know, I was raised in churches. I have a uncle that's a Baptist minister, a uncle that's a Pentecostal minister. Like, so I teeter, you know what I'm saying, about how I feel about everything. But the one thing I do is I respect everyone else's stance, right? So but I don't like fake people. So when I hear people that talk about their faith, you know what it is, man. Sometimes you can tell that people just use it for the brownie points, you know. But with you, I don't get that at all.
Yeah.
So is that something that was ingrained in you from family, or was that just something you found on your own?
Yeah, so I've grown up in church ever since I was little and stuff like that. And I found Christ at a young age, around 6 years old. I got saved. So, and ever since that, I've just been growing my relationship with God and stuff like that. And just, it's lately it's taken a different level, going up, and just trying to find out what God's plan for me is. So that's just kind of just changed my world. Ever since I got COVID and stuff like that, and affected my heart, and I wasn't able to play sports. I
Oh
didn't know.
man.
I felt like lost in the world. I was like, well, where am I? So now I feel like God's just showing me his purpose, that, basketball may not be everything for me, but there's more. And he's given me back the ability to play basketball and stuff like that. So now he's shown me how much to appreciate just what you have.
Yeah. Hey, talk to us about that. So you got COVID. How did it end up affecting your heart?
Yeah, so it affected my heart. It was a weird way it affected me. Like I had numbness in my arms and legs and stuff like that. I couldn't walk for around 2 months. I had to go out of school. Couldn't play sports my junior year, so I was just kind of out of everything. So that kind of just frustrating and stuff like that. I just couldn't play. I didn't know why this happened to me. And then God gave me the ability to regain all my stuff. I got on medicine for my heart and stuff like that, and I'm doing a lot better than I was, for sure.
Man, I'm happy to hear that, bro. Like, I always try to tell people, being able to play, it took years to understand it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my whole childhood, I took it for granted, man. Like, I took for granted that being able to play a sport was a privilege. I took it for granted that being healthy to be able to play a sport was a privilege. That not everyone gets that. And now, as I'm older, I understand that there's some people that will never get an opportunity to, and that's the thing. Like myself personally, I'm not faith based. Well, yeah, I guess that's wrong. I'm not religion based. I believe in God, hands down. I'm not religious at all. But I do believe that there's something better than us that created this entire thing. It's too perfect for there not to be. And I believe that I was blessed from a perspective of being able to be an athlete, to be able to go to school, to be able to understand things. But more than anything, definitely being healthy, because there's small children that they're born and they never even get out the hospital. They'll never have the opportunity to do what you and I have done, and so I'm extremely happy for you that you got it back. And I think that in itself is, like you said, you're looking at it the right way, man. Whether it goes on from here or not, I think that you are definitely looking at every practice and every game as that one extra day of a blessing that you got. And I think that you're looking at it fantastic. Kevin Moses said he's the real deal. I enjoy discussing scripture with him regularly. So, man, tell me about your relationship with Kevin, man. Like, just tell me what it means to have that guy in your corner.
Yeah, me and Kevin are real tight. I mean, I talk to him every single day. He's been there for me on my ups and downs, and I really got give him a shout out for everything he's done for me. He's always been there for me. So through calls and stuff like that, through ups and downs, like I said, he's been there for me. So we're real tight. So I love Kevin, and he's always been there for me.
I get information from so many people, and there's always people like, yo, you got to check out this athlete. You got to do this. When I start watching, like once Kevin became one of the a part of the partnership in the network. I started like really taking a look at him, and when I go through like his social media, this guy is everywhere. I like he's at football games supporting athletes he loves. He's at basketball games. He's going like state to state. And I'm like, how is he doing this? I'm like, how does he have the energy to just keep on? But you know what it is? Like, then I see him on here in the comments. Every time one of his guys is on here, he's here. He's in full support of you guys. And I know now that based on what I hear from you guys, it's love. Like, you know what I'm saying? It really is. Like, I think like you guys are just young men that he's met. Like, he truly loves you guys, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
So yeah, he definitely does. He does a lot for us, you know, traveling so far and everything. He does a lot for all the kids he has and stuff like that. So I really appreciate him. Don't take him for granted.
Is faith a home thing as well, or is this just you?
I think it's a mix of both, for sure. Definitely, it is a home thing. Like I've grown up in church and stuff like that, but I think faith, like I put a lot on me and stuff like that. Just talking to God and stuff like that, trying to read my Bible and stuff like that, just telling others about the gospel and stuff like that. Wanting to share my faith to others, you know, so that I can help others and they can see the light and stuff like that. So I think a lot of it is a mix of both, to be honest. Yeah, I growing up in church, but I decided on my own that I wanted Christ in my life and I wanted to share that faith that I have and I wanted to grow it more. So,
okay. All right, man. Talk to me about basketball, bro. How's the season going?
It's going pretty good. We're 7-0 so far. We're doing pretty good.
Congrats.
Yeah. Hopefully we can keep it that way.
How tough is your team? Like, are you guys gonna be serious competitors, or what are you thinking?
I think so. So we're a small Christian school team. We're not a huge team, but we got some dogs on our team. We got a rough stretch. We got about 7 games where we're playing some top public schools and stuff like that. We're playing a back-to-back state championship team who didn't lose very much coming up. So it's gonna be a rough game, and it's gonna be at their place. So we're gonna have to fight for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Did you play those guys last year too?
No, so I transferred from Winfield last year to now I'm at CBA, which is Calvary Baptist Academy. So I transferred schools and everything.
So this will be your first time going head to head with them.
Yeah, this is totally
new.
How
you feeling about it?
I think we got. I think we'll make it a good game. I think it gets a dogfight, man. Honestly, I think it's going to go either way, but hopefully we pull through. We got one of our best players. He just dislocated his kneecap, so praying for. Hopefully he'll be back soon. So I don't know how it's going to go now. So, but we got a freshman who's really good, and we got a couple of the seniors. So we got a solid team.
What are you guys holding on the roster? Like 15?
Yeah, we got about 15, but we're not like. We got some young freshmen. We got a lot of freshmen. So we got about 5 or 6 freshmen and stuff like that. But I mean, we got some decent depth though. We play.
Okay, I was just about to ask you that. Like how deep is the depth on there? So you think y'all go about 8 deep that can run?
9, yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's better than a lot of teams, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason people only talk about the 6 man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we got. Okay. I'm excited. We got a lot of games on our schedule. We got 35 games, I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So
hey, that's great. Is it all so in that amount of games? Is it a variance in the quality of competition, or did you guys put together a hard schedule? You know, the majority of it is a tough schedule.
As a Christian school, we have an extremely hard schedule. I mean, we're playing 4A teams, stuff like that, while we're not even enough to. So we only have around like 150 people in our school. You know, it's a real small school.
What?
So, yeah, I know. I only got 8 people in my grade. It's real small.
Hold on. Yeah. Wait, 8 in your class?
Yeah, like my whole entire grade. There's only 8 seniors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, it's small, but we got a couple transfers that came So we're solid, I think. I mean, we don't have a lot to pick from, but we're pretty solid, I think, from everybody who's been there and stuff like that. So yeah, we
Oh no,
put some,
absolutely. Y'all 7-0 right now, so that means y'all building it up correctly to get ready to make a run. You know.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, we got some teams we play that are not as good as others. I'd say for sure. There's definitely a drop off, but we do got some tough teams in the schedule, so it's gonna be a good schedule. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun.
Okay. Hey, that's all you can do, bro. GPA
4.2.
cumulative.
Yes. Yeah.
Yo, congrats, man.
Thank you.
I cannot stress enough how important grades are. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like I'm extremely smart, but I was stupid like in high school. I just knew my talent was really good. And so I could pass tests because it was easy, but I didn't take the everyday going to class day in and day out and how important it was overall. So it made things a little rough at the end. So I'm always happy when I hear young men and women who take it serious from the beginning. I think that's a testament to the adults in your life that are explaining early on how important it is. I'm assuming if you're a cumulative of 4.2, you probably have always taken it serious the entire time, like elementary, junior high, all that, right?
Sure, for sure, yeah.
So I don't believe in plan Bs. And the reason I don't is because what I always tell athletes is you've got to have good grades to play. So if you've got to have good grades to play, and then for the most part, in a lot of sports, you got to go to college to get where you're trying to go. So I'm like, plan B is built into plan A. So what's plan A section 2? Like what's something else you want to do outside of basketball?
Outside of basketball. So are you talking about like what job, what type of field I'm trying to go into? Is that what you're trying to say?
Whatever is the first thing that comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? You're unique in your in the way I'll explain it after you give me the answer.
Okay, so something I feel like that God's been calling on my heart is to go into ministry. So I think outside of basketball, I'd like to go to the ministry. And also I think I'd like to do some type of like education form of for a job. I'd like to do something with education, like being like a elementary school principal or something like that. All the jobs I do and stuff with the church, I work with the young kids and stuff like that. And I'm good with just working with them and stuff like that and helping them out. So I think something like that is what God would be calling me to do. So I think something similar to that is what I think I would do outside of basketball.
And that's why I didn't want to tell you what to say. Like, I didn't want to give you a direction because I already knew that there was something that like popped in your head right away. So I didn't want to say a career. I knew somehow that when I asked the question and I saw the pause, I figured Faith was about to play a pivotal part in the answer. So I knew somehow, some way that was going to pop in. So I love it, man. Like, I love it. Like, let me say that. So you figured it out early. Like for me, I never wanted to coach. I never wanted to teach. I never wanted to do any of that, right? I was like, I'm an athlete. This is it. This is what I do. It's cut and dry. I don't want to look back and do like, I'm not doing any of that. Then when it was all over, right? And I ended up like almost the world just worked in a direction that ended up with me coaching a younger group of kids. I was like, I love this.
Yeah.
And then, then the opportunity to do something like this, host this show, working with Complete College Prospect and really looking to help people move to the future. And I was like, yo, I wish I had done this my entire life.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've always said, I don't regret sports at all. Like I love it. There's nothing on earth like it. You'd have to go to the moon. It just is special. There's a vibe. There's nothing like people screaming your name. There's nothing like people asking for autographs. There's nothing like it. Mm-hmm. And then I found this, right? Then I found little kids wanting to learn. Then I found having an opportunity to speak to someone like you today, which is fantastic. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is the only thing I would give up being an athlete for. It is so special. So to hear you have that direction already built in, I commend you on that, hands down. You won't regret it, whichever one it is, whether it's faith, teaching, whatever it is, bro. I promise you won't regret it, because I thought sports would be my legacy, but what I didn't understand is no matter how, look, people forget about Magic Johnson, people forget about Terry Bradshaw, people forget, like, sports 10 years after you're done, 15 years after you're done, you don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But when you affect people's lives, that's your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like one day you'll be ministering to someone, or you'll be a principal talking to someone, and you'll be like, yo, I remember when I did this interview with this guy, the big fella, blah, blah, blah. That's why I say it's legacy. You touch lives, that it's the stories that'll be told about you when you're no longer here. That's legacy. Exactly. So I think you have picked, hands down, a great way to do this thing. Just hands down. This is why I knew I needed to talk to you, bro. Like I said, when I saw it, it was the first time. I love all the kids that I put up. I wouldn't put them up if I didn't. But it was the first time when I saw the film that was sent to me, and I was just like, and then I saw your intro, and I was like, let me see if this kid is really that kid. So then, you got to have the talent, or I can't put you on the show. That was there. Then I was like, okay, GPA is there. Cool. Then I'm looking through your social media. I'm like, all the other stuff is there. So then when it was time to talk to you, I was like, man, don't let me down. Like, please don't let me down. And I'm not disappointed, my guy. Like, I'm not disappointed at all. You're very well spoken, very level headed. I guess I would ask, is this the same guy you were before COVID happened, or did COVID really just put it in perspective and it was like, I'm locking this down?
So I was the same guy before. I think I just realized to be thankful more about what I have and stuff like that. I think I realized that and stuff like that in my situation and stuff like that. I was in a real low spot whenever COVID happened. So I just didn't know, why this was happening to me, if anybody.
Absolutely.
So then just praying about it and stuff like that, and just getting closer to God. I mean, I grew close to God in that period, just trusting Him. It's a full faith upon Him. So I grew to that, and then I just realized to, be thankful for more, thankful for my position in my life. I'm blessed, better than others and stuff like that. So I just gotta be more thankful, So yeah, I was, but I think I've grown more also as a Christian, as a man, as a player, student, and everything.
I love that, bro. Like I do. I just, there's nothing like you know what I'm saying? I find in life that there's people that I have a conversation with and it's very superficial. And then there's people that I can have a conversation with and I can take it to that next place where it's a lot deeper, has a lot more meaning, and is going to affect a lot more people that hear it if they on the show, or if I'm in a conversation with someone. The effect that I know it's going to have on their life is just different. And this is one of those moments. Like, this is one of those moments where, 5 years from now, I'm hosting and I'm talking with people. This interview right here will be one of those ones that I'm like, this is a standard bearer right here. Like that, like I need someone that we could go deeper with it. We could really get to this other place and affect some people's lives. I think that there's some other kid out there that's going to hear this interview, and they're going to be going through something. And what you're saying is going to help them find a way through whatever the problem is. And I'm really thankful that you came on the show today, man. I really am.
Thankful you invited me.
So we write, I'm gonna ask the question, state.
What state of mind is that what you said? I didn't hear you.
No. Do you think you can win state?
Oh, win state. I think we got a big chance. We got our rivals. They were our first game. We went into double overtime. I hit a buzzer beater to go into the first overtime with 1 second left. So we went to overtime and ended up winning by 2. So that's the team we would have to beat in the championship to win the state.
Okay. All right. So you're in their head already. So y'all beat them. You're in their head. Y'all, hey, There we go. So look, same thing I told Kate, man. If we're on our way to state, you got to come on the show. That's hands down. All right, give me the playlist. Give me that one song that like just gets you ready to go do what you got to do.
I'm like him. I don't really listen to like there's not like a certain song.
Yeah.
I like some artists like KB, some Christian rap, stuff like that when we play, like have it in a warm up play, like or warm up lines and stuff like that. We got that going on. I just like it like, just silent and stuff like that, just to focus, to get locked in, to the game.
Okay. All right.
I'm more of that type of guy, just to get focused, or something like soothing, just to get my mind on the game. Nothing like real like rock or get you pumped up. Just something soothing, get locked in, play the game.
Okay. All right. Give me, what's the item? Like, gotta have it. Without it, I'm not having a good game.
Oh, ankle braces for sure.
Okay. All right.
Like I'm naked without them. It's a must have.
Okay. Hey, again, not mad at it. All right. You already heard me ask it before. It's the meal, man. It's the one that it's like, it's the cherry on top. If I have that, if that day I got my ankle braces on, I'm locked and loaded. The music is right. I'm feeling successful. This meal is just gonna make it a great day. What is it?
Okay. This might be a hot take, but
go ahead.
I like chicken noodle soup.
What?
Chicken noodle soup.
All right. So are we talking homemade or are we talking out the can?
Homemade from my mom. It's good. Trust me.
Okay. Now, are we putting crackers in that thing, or is we just taking it straight as it comes?
You put some crackers in it and stuff like that. You mix it up a little bit, but it's nice. It's nice. I like it. It's warm and stuff like that. You're just ready for the game.
Okay. Hey, man, you look, bro. You could not, and I mean this. You could not have been. You're everything you're billed to be, bro. Like everything on the bill is exactly who you are. Very humble, honest, wholesome. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like, again, if you're listening and you take offense to this, you know who you are. I shouldn't have to explain this. Some people are fake with the wholesomeness, and so it comes across corny. That's not you at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe everything about you. I believe that, like, what I see is what I get. I believe that if I'm hanging out with you, it's just going to be laughter. You know what I'm saying? Great conversation. And I'm going to walk away from it feeling like, yo, I can't wait to do. I'm already there, bro. Like, I can't wait to, you know what I'm saying? I don't say this to a lot of people. I'm probably at some point going to be like, Bryson, come co-host the show with me, bro. Let's get on here and co-host with some stuff, and we'll work some things out, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm really vibing with the kind of human being that you are, man. I dig it a lot, like a lot. And so yeah, your answers don't even surprise me, man. like they don't, bro. They really don't. I love it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just genuine. I agree with you. I don't like fake people. I pass by a lot of them. It's just be who you are. That's what I gotta say. Just be who you are. And I feel the exact same way. I had a blast coming on here. Had a lot of fun talking to you. We should do it again sometime.
I love it, man. All right. Anybody you want to shout out before we get out of here?
I'd like to shout out Kevin Moses for sure.
Absolutely.
Done for me. I appreciate you, love you, and thankful for all you've done. And I'd like to thank you again for allowing me to be on the show.
Absolutely, bro.
I appreciate it a lot, and I don't take it for granted.
I appreciate that. I really do, man. Like I said, this was refreshing, and it was just, you are extremely well spoken, my guy. And that is hard to find in high school kids, because I think it's just that still having a little bit of self-doubt, about their direction and what they want to do. And so that's not unusual. It's very unusual to find a high school kid who is confident, like seriously confident, not just in what they do, but who they are as a human being, what they stand for, and everything. And so this was like, I love it, bro. Like I cannot, I just don't have the words to tell you how much I really enjoyed it. It's gonna make my day. And we will definitely do this again, bro. I enjoyed having you on the show for sure. And I'm not playing. I'm gonna be watching. So like, don't make me hunt you down. Harrison, I know you on here too, bro. Y'all don't make me hunt you down. If you're on your way to winning your conference titles and on your way, like, hit me up. Don't make me have to find you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in there, bro. Like I'm a fan. I'm in your corner. Whatever, man. I don't know. If you just need me to put something on the show, I'm going to put it up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to come on and have all your team in the background from school, I got you. I'm going to put you on the show. I'm going to put your team on the show. And that goes to both of you guys. Like I love it, man. I love it a lot. So stay in touch, man, for sure.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later. Hey, welcome back to the show. Yo, man, today's interviews, look, from here on out, if you coming on the show, that's what I'm looking for. Both of those interviews, locked and loaded. Come on, be yourself, be authentic, be you. Don't play around with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean that. Like, I genuinely mean that. Come on this show, be yourself, because I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you. I already love everything that you do, or you wouldn't be on my show. I already love what you stand for, or you wouldn't be on my show. And I'm not telling you that you got to be all the way in one direction. Like Bryson, you could be, I get it. I don't come from that. Like, I get it. You coming from the projects. I get it. I understand you. We're good. If you're like Bryson, I get it. I understand you. We're good. I want to show who you are, and I want the world to get to know you. If I put you on this show, I want people to support you. I want them to like you. And that's why I put you on the show. So when you get a chance to come on here and speak, I definitely want you to come on here and just shine, because you don't know how many times you're going to get that opportunity. And if it's not just me, I've seen people come on this show and they end up on other shows because they got on this show, and I get followed by a lot of people that host podcasts and other things. You know what I'm saying? So radio shows, all of that. So you can definitely stack it. This could be one thing, and then you get another opportunity, right? So I want you to come on here and be your best self, but I want you to be your authentic self. And for you, there was like I still got another athlete that's in here. We're about to show his highlights. But there was 2 other athletes that had the opportunity. So let me say this. If you don't turn in your stuff, once I pass your name up, you'll never get on this show. Because I need people to understand, I think we've gotten to a place in this world where we think that there's a second chance for a first impression, and there's not. There is sometimes, I'm not going to say never, but it's hard. Because sometimes once you show someone what you are the first time, they won't give you a second opportunity. And so you would have to do something exceptional for me to change my mind. Because all I ever ask the athletes to do is promote yourself, create your intro, and create your promo shot. There are 2 things. That's it. Just so that I can promote you. I want my show and my people to promote you in the best light. That's why we put the effort in. That's why we put the effort in. You understand? Like that's it right there. And so there's 2 athletes that didn't do that. They're not on the show today. They're not going to be on the show. There's athletes that, I can't say who got the cover. It's all secret this time of Trappian Magazine. But I'll tell you what, being a part of Complete College Prospect or one of the partners underneath the brand, under the umbrella, you know what I'm saying? Being anybody that's in the network, the cover is happening because of that. Because the person is connected to the network. Matter of fact, every cover is because somebody has been connected to the network. So that's the kid that's going to be on the cover this time. This may be that kid's one and only magazine cover ever, but it also might be the first cover of a lot of covers that are going to come in the future. Complete College Prospect is here to do what it does, promote you. I'm blessed to be in the network, and it comes over here so I can do what I do. it connects me with people like Kevin Moses and the great young men that he continues to promote, and he hasn't disappointed yet with the ones that have made it on the show. And that's because they're everything that he says they are. I can't wait with this new addition of Mark Gibson. I'm excited to see what athletes are going to come out of Arkansas and surrounding areas and the rest of the U.S., because that's the key, right? That's now 15 brands under the Complete College Prospect umbrella in the network. 15 brands. And it gets you all of these things, man. And I love it, right? I love what I do, and I love every bit of it. But in order to come on this show, GPA, highlights, do the promo and the intro. If you do not do the promo and intro, I waited till last night. I didn't go to bed till almost midnight, hoping and praying that these two athletes would send in the stuff that they were required to send in, and they didn't. That's why I won't give a second chance. Because I'm the host of the show, I had to get up this morning. I had to get in here, and I got to go through everything that puts this show together, make sure nothing is messed up. I could show up and the internet be off in the building. Then I got to run somewhere and try to host a show from somewhere else, right? So if I'm putting in all the effort to showcase you, it's not hard to shoot a 10-second video to introduce yourself, or a 5-second video for your promo, so that we could put something together and give you an experience that you may never get again. And so you may think I'm a jerk because I don't give you a second chance. I've had parents like, oh, blah, blah, and I don't care. You get one opportunity, because there's so many kids every single year. I want you to hear the number. Every single year, there are 2 million brand new high school athletes in the world. That means that when you were 6, there were 2 million athletes, 7, 2 million athletes, 8, 2 million athletes. There, from the day you were born, there were 2. That's the number right now. And it's only going to go up. 2 million athletes competing for exposure and your job in college and all of that. If you won't take the opportunity when it's given, I don't think that you deserve to be put ahead of someone that takes the opportunity right away. That's how Garrett Dooley got on the show. He wasn't even on the radar. He reached out to Complete College Prospect in a respect of like, he just need help. Matter of fact, he didn't know. They reached out to him. Complete College Prospect saw his post, reached out to him. That young man, what I heard was that his film and everything came in that day. He shot the promos that day, asked was there anything else he could do to get the exposure. He was on it. I told you, I know for a fact that he had to piecemeal his video together. Most kids come on here and they get a minute and 30 seconds of highlights. There was only a minute, if even that, of highlights for Garrett Dooley. But he went and got those, no matter where he had to get them, in order to be put on this show. And for that, I commend him. And for that, the big fella's in his corner. If colleges ask, I'm talking to him. If I think the kid deserves a shot at the next level, I believe that any school out there, coaches, the coaches that I'm friends with, everybody else, this kid at Minden High School, Garrett Dooley, deserves a shot. He deserves to be put in the game. I don't think you'll be disappointed. They got a bunch of monsters over there anyway at Minden. You know what I'm saying? A couple of them are Complete College Prospect athletes. But this kid right here, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a dog in the fight. I just know that the kid is a dog and he's hungry. And so I got Garrett Dooley's back. You heard it here from the big fella on the Who's Up Next show. But the rest of you, like I said, when you get your opportunity, come right. Come right, and I mean that. HB, I saw that CCP has a 93% college recruitment rate for 2025 students. Yeah, I think it's actually higher than that right now. I legit think it's absolutely higher than that right now. It is CCP's having a hell of a season when it comes to recruitments, and with kids that are going to school like left and right, you know. So they're rocking. Reach out. Like I said, man, if you need that person, and let me say this, right? I like giving people their flowers while they're here, while they're doing whatever. I want to catch you while you're trying to get where you're trying to go. If you in that scope of, I think Kevin Moses, I mean, he showcased kids from everywhere, right? He gonna put your stuff out there. But I think it's like the Mid-East, like North Carolina, South Carolina, that area over there. Reach out to him. The guy goes, man, y'all think I'm playing. If I didn't know better, like the only days he get a break, I think, is when there's no games. Because he is, if you have a game and he could get there, he's going to be in the building. I promise you that. I've seen it. So I don't mind attesting to it. I've seen it, and you've heard what the kids said about it. Like, he's going to be in your corner. It is what it is, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely love it. I'm here for it. So if you're in that area, reach out. It's a way to get over here for sure. You know what I'm saying? You can always reach out to me, you know what I'm saying, on the Who's Up Next show, on everywhere, you know, and Complete College Prospect everywhere. But yeah. If you could get over there, like I say, Kevin Moses, guaranteed. Northeast Oklahoma Sports, guaranteed. Like, there's a bunch of, you see them all up there, beast18.com, all of that, man. All right, let's jump over to this next video in the highlight. I don't think I got another commercial I got to share, so we should be good. Yeah, let's go. Highlight, Harrison Jones, bam.
Hey everyone, my name is Harrison Jones. I'm a 6'7" small forward that attends Lubbock Christian High School in Lubbock, Texas. This year, Prep Hoops ranked me as the number 3 small forward in Texas 2027.
Yeah, what's goody? Flow state, I'm at home writing rhymes in my hoodie. Yeah, fully in the game, I ain't really trying to play with you rookies. Like, I don't need no one. Solo in this bitch, I've been moving at light speed. It's a shame everybody in the game wanna hate, but there ain't nobody like me. Hey, cause I'm a hooligan shooting and never rooted in independence, defending anyone who is in the vicinity. Enemies are plenty, I'm set and ready. And me and Tech is the equivalent to a Jason and Freddy. Getting on the mic, I'm going to get another one and put in the zeitgeist. Turning a fucking hate around like telling them hi bye. Getting a hype, giving a mic, jumping a mind, one of a kind, fucking Einstein. Ooh, y'all could be watching but never know my struggle when I came from the gutter that I've been trudging through. Sticking to my guns that I never carry and running. Look at me and all my comic book references turning money. I decided to be up on another level. Kill the angels, friended all my devils. Drive, I got us more like twisted metal. I am not an artist, I'm a wrestle. Music easy trying to maintain, but I'm having harder times trying to stay sane. Got the matchup with the pen like my name's strange. I don't give a fuck, let me say it with a straight face. Channel switch fans like half-cast, a rap bag, getting so packed my pants sack was laughed at. Back before the followers and stats match, but I'm a bloody savage and the best in this bitch, period, 10 packs. Hold the beat, I need a gas mask. Hey, they're studying me in the store, I'm a lab rat. My worst day.
Back to the show. Hey, that was Harrison Jones. Let me say this, right? So, you know, I'm gonna rate the film, and then I got something I want to say about the kid. There's something I noticed in the film just now, right? So for me, he's 4 gorillas all day, right? 4 gorillas, and there's only one reason why. I got one reason why he's not 5 gorillas, but 4 gorillas, hands down on the film, right? So here's what I saw in the scope of everything. Hey, no, he's tough. He is. He's tough for sure. Here's the only reason I gave him 4 gorillas. So what I noticed, so I'm a technician. When I'm, you know, I never call myself a trainer. When I'm training, I'm a specialist. Like, I'm a specialist in the way people perform their job. So when I'm training someone, and no matter what your sport is, and when it comes to physical body motion, I know what you need to do, and I help you to perfect all the little things that it requires in order for you to not have to think about things. So if you're a shooter, I don't want you to have to think about your shot or creating space. Once I could get you to stop thinking about those things, then you become a more effective scorer or a more dangerous defender. Or if it's football and it's a running back or a quarterback, same thing, right? Baseball, same thing. The way you hit, the way your movement is, when you're running bases or trying to steal a base, things like that. Like there's ways that there's things that you take out of the equation, and it makes the player a lot better, and it slows the game down. It slows the game down, and that's how you become great. Here's what I noticed about this kid. After this show, running back, his form is flawless to him, right? It's unique to him but it's flawless. It doesn't matter what angle it's at. It's the exact same. His form is the exact same. Mid-range, driving to the hole, exact same. He got caught up trying to get in for a layup, had to do a quick pull-up, almost a floater. Same form, right? With one hand, same form. 3, same form. He's perfected the thing. I now know what I can say with confidence that this kid is shooting all the time. Like he's practicing the shot all the time, his form all the time, because he doesn't have to think about it. That's how Steph is so tough. Steph doesn't think about the shot. He just shoots the shot. Melo's the same. They just shoot the shot because they've done all of that. Now, the reason I didn't give you 5 gorillas, my guy, is because I know you can punch it. And I would just like to see you. There's a few times where you took one more bounce than you needed to, and you could have just went on up there, two-handed it. It don't have to be a power dunk, bro. You could have just went up there and finished that up. You might have even got an and one, and you didn't do that. That's my only critique. Outside of that, everything else is beautiful. Movement without the ball, beautiful. Quick step back to create space, beautiful. Like I said, your shot, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Getting on the boards, love it. The only thing I would say is sometimes you got to just go on and put a guy to bed, right? So there was one time you came in from the baseline, you took an extra bounce and almost got you in trouble, and I don't think you really needed it. A quick power bounce on that first bounce, and you should have went on up there with 2 hands and sent that home. That's the only reason I didn't give you 5 gorillas, but I love everything that I saw. Like you're a solid player, man. Solid player. I'm gonna go do some more research on you. I want to go look at some more film and see, what else I see in there. If I see that maybe it just wasn't in those clips, maybe it's in other clips that you really are, because you're aggressive. You're not scared to go get it. I love that, but I just want to go check out a little bit more film. Kevin Moses, and getting better every day. Love it. That's what I want to hear, right? From all these. Listen, every athlete on this show is not complete. Even if they were pros, they're not complete. Look, there's a reason people are under the mistaken impression that professional athletes are like the complete package. No, every professional athlete has a trainer. Off season, outside of whatever they do, they have trainers, and they have them for a reason, because they continue to get better. Tom Brady is literally the greatest quarterback of all time right now, and up until his last snap, he had a private trainer to work on throwing the ball, footwork, everything, because you're not perfect. All you're working on every day is not having to think about everything you do at whatever position in whatever sport you play. And that's it. Once you could do that, it's methodical and it's madness, right? Absolute madness. Let's see. Harrison, working through bilateral partial pedal tendon tears. I have more clips to send. Oh, hey, damn, bro. Whoa. And still playing, huh? I'm with you, man. I love it. I have more clips to send. Hey, send them. Let me check them out. If I have to, look, it's my show, bro. I'll run you back. You know what I'm saying? If you got more clips, send them. I will run this back and put them on there. And if it's 5 gorillas, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So send that to me. Yeah, that's it, man. Outside of that, I love everything that I saw, and I think you solid. Like I say, 4 gorillas, shoot me the film. If I make a mistake, any athlete, if you get better, send me your film. If you've been on this show, send me your film. If I didn't give you 5 gorillas, send me your film. I promise you, if you've gotten better and the things that I critiqued, you definitely improved. I'm changing my whole opinion. None of that's set in stone. My job is to tell you what I see, give you the critique that I give you so that you can grow and become what you want to become, moving in the direction that you want to move in. But sometimes I just didn't get the right clips. That's why you get a message that says, hey, if you got highlights, get it. But if I got to go look for your highlights, there's so much going on. I'm going to the first highlights I find. One kid from, I think 3 weeks ago, I didn't even have, he's a senior. I had like 2-year-old highlights. He had to resend me his highlights so that I could put some more stuff up when I had him on the show for an interview. So, hey, give me what you got. And that's what I'm going to put up. And then that's what I'm going to critique. But, hey, Harrison, no doubt, I'm going to be looking for it, bro. Everybody on here saw you say you have more film. I want to see it. I'll throw you back up, my guy, for sure. Hey, again, you know what it is, man. You heard the news that was coming out with the NCAA. High school athletes, I feel sorry for you. No, I don't. It's the business, right? It's a business. I don't, I can't help that the business does what it does, right? It's how these things work out. What I can say is this: don't wait for this thing to be a problem for you. It's coming. Nice. Just sent through X just now. Cool. I'm gonna take a look at it this afternoon, and then I'll reach out to you. I promise you that. I'll take a look at it, and then I'm gonna reach out. Damn, bro, I'm just looking at this message again. Yo, you're a dog. To be injured up and still getting what you got, you're a monster, my guy. You're the exact kind of player I would want on a team I was coaching for sure. Like I love it, man. Too many times I see a guy roll his ankle and he's like, oh, I can't play for 3 weeks. No, bro, you soft. You know what I'm saying? Or you see somebody take a hit in football and it's like, I caught a cramp, so I can't do this or I can't do that. And it's like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's nah, bro, you're a dog. I love it, man. I love it. So that's another reason why I like you're. It's like the lip of this laptop, man. Your 5 Gorillas is like right there, bro. So just send me the film. I'm on it. Like I got it. I'm gonna check it out, and we on this thing. High school athletes, just prepare yourselves. You've been told on the Who's Up Next show, so I don't act surprised. Don't show it 26s. Don't wait till next year and then all of a sudden be like, oh my God, I didn't know this thing was going to happen. You know, there's kids that I prepared for the fact that roster limits were coming. And when schools pulled, coaches got fired or schools did this or that, and then they pulled their scholarships, the kid was ready. They understood the assignment. When I gave the information, they understood it. They pivoted. They're right back in another school. They didn't miss a beat, right? But then there's those people that don't listen, man. They don't take the advice, and then they want to act surprised. Okay, cool. You want to act surprised? Then it's what it is. So look, JUCO, NAIA no longer counts towards eligibility. I'm telling you right now, Division Ones are just going to go to Division Twos and Threes. It's the only way for them to keep the status quo. That's the new JUCO. It's the only way for them to keep. If they want to control the age of athletes at the Division I level, and they want to control how the system moves, then they have to only go D2 and D3 as far as recruiting up to D1 to keep the eligibility right. But we know that's not going to be the case because it doesn't like there's going to be talent over here. So they're going to go grab you, and it's going to be about longevity and everything else, right? So prepare yourself. Guys that are going D2, D3, don't play around. Get your butt to work. You're the new it. You know what I'm saying? You're the new first ballot straight bounce ups to D1, right? So go do the job. Don't wait, right? But high school athletes, get your stuff together. Prepare yourself, man. Prepare yourself to do this thing and for the nonsense that's coming. It's not going to affect the 25s super tough, just a little bit, but 26s probably 26s to 28s. Like I say, for it to go through, for it to get fought, for the decision to be fought and go to appeals, then for it to go to the state Supreme Court, then for it to bounce up and try to go federally and get up to the Supreme Court, you're looking at a few years. That's the thing, right? Once this thing is a thing, it's a thing. And so the NCAA is just going to pivot and adjust so that they can get around it and work with it right now. So 26s to about 28s, 29s, prepare yourself. It is what it is. Hey, I love you guys. There, again, you know how I say it, man. There's no place I'd rather be. This show is what I do. When I'm not here, I miss it. I miss you guys. I miss giving you the information. I love when I see kids grow from this. I love when I get a chance to see kids move on to that next big thing, that next big opportunity, because they got a chance to be here with the big fella. I'm always looking for more talent when it comes to athletes. Look, I say this all randomly all the time. I'd love to get some educators on here. I'd love to represent and put a teacher on here, put some admin on here, put your coaches on here, and just talk it out and give them the exposure too. Because this thing takes a village, not just the athlete, not just the parent. Hey, if your parent is solid and not just in support of you, but in support of your team or your program or your organization, whatever it is, man, get them to me. My X is open all day, every day. Get them to me. I'll put your parents on the show. You know what I'm saying? I'll put I've got siblings that are getting on different things because I have one sibling on that introduced me to another sibling. But again, I'm always about the educators. I'm always about, what I'm saying? I don't care. I consider sports everything, right? For me on this show, if you in band and you're amazing at it, I'll put you on the show. If you if what you do is something that I can show, I'm going to show it. So if you know somebody, hit me up. But I love this thing, man. I love this thing. The big fella couldn't be the big fella without you. You allow me to be me. And you heard what I told Bryson, like this thing right here means so much more to me than sports ever did, and sports was everything to me. Sports gave me my life. It gave me, it gave me everything that means something to me, whether it's friendships or people that have come into my life that would never have come into my life. And I'm telling you right now, this means everything to me. So I appreciate you being here with me. I appreciate you parents having the kids that get a chance to be on here. So I give, thank you for you, you coaches that teach these kids so they get to the point where I can showcase them. Thank you to you, for the educators that take the time to help these young men and women grow. Thank you. And I mean that. Thank you. I love what I do. I love being here. I don't want to be anywhere else at any other point in time. And I can't wait to see y'all next week. Big fella. I love y'all. I'm out.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lizard. Straight terror, but I know your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that